the house for 4 years, from May 2012 to May 2016, and I'm just a tenant. All the teams that came into the home, and I'm talking about the guys who flew from the UK, talking about 5,000 miles, 6,000 miles. I'm talking about a team like Ghost Adventures who came in, bringing all sorts of equipment. I mean, the house went public on Seattle Fox 13, Como News numerous times, and the landlord approved all that. He approved researchers coming in because I told him, I said, hey, this is what's happening in the house. I don't think it's safe to live in, whether I live in it or not. And he's like, I said, I found some teams that want to research your home for you, but they need you to sign off on it. I mean nothing. I'm just a tenant that lives here. And he agreed, but here's the funny thing. He's never come to the house in the 4 years of us living there. The only time he came back to the house was the day I moved out to pick up the keys. And he never came back to inspect the damage to the walls. Keep in mind, the fire department has been to the house numerous times because we're reporting fires. Me and my girlfriend are having fires in the house, and I need to get all this documented as much as possible because I could be held liable, something go wrong, whatever. I need to get people in here to say that these fires are not being caused by Keith and Tina. So he knows all this, and the house is going viral on local news, and he's never come to see for himself. He's never come to shake hands with the investigators and say, hey, I'm glad you guys are researching this house or whatever. And when he came back to get the keys, he was very, felt like he didn't want to be there. I mean, you got to do the whole walkthrough room by room and see, hey, am I going to get my deposit back? And I did. I actually got it back. But I never seen a landlord spend 4 years away from a property that they own.
Well, how about maintenance? Who did the maintenance on the property during those 4 years? And how old was your landlord?
He was mid-40s, young IT guy like myself. Worked at Microsoft.
Wow.
But he would always send the maintenance guy. I mean, if I had a problem with dishwasher, plumber, AC, he would just call the maintenance guy, and the maintenance guy would just show up. He didn't show up. He's not fixing anything. He's like, I was like, hey, this is broke. Okay, I got so-and-such coming on Wednesday. Can you meet him there? Okay, I'll work from home that day. He's not coming.
Now, when you found the place on Craigslist originally, was it an outrageously low rent for it? Just out of curiosity, that would be a dead giveaway that he was.
That's a good question.
Yeah, he would have a hard time, maybe finding tenants for it. So, he maybe put down a newer house at a low rent just to get people in there, knowing that a lot of people, if they can save, $300 or $400 a month on rent.
I told Tina when we got this house, this is a 2,300 square foot home built in 2005, new home, new neighborhood. And granted, the economy and the housing market took a big hit in 2005. I mean, houses were pretty much dirt cheap. But we were paying, at the time when we moved in, for a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,300 square foot house, we were paying $1,700 a month.
No, that's back then, and that's in the Bothell area, which is prime, I hate to say it, a lot of rich people, IT people, not saying all IT people are rich, but I mean, that's where the upper crust, I hate to say it, in the Seattle area, it kind of settled. So, I'm just thinking, I'm just trying in my mind, if he knew that place was haunted, maybe by him not ever being a landlord, it showed his nose around, and just let you guys, do what you want to do. I don't know. I'm just wondering if he would have been financially liable for any of this stuff that was going on. If he knew, if somebody could prove he knew that the place was haunted by other tenants saying to him, this place is haunted.
I think every state has their own little gray area on that. They're all kind of different.
Well, Washington State does. You either when you sell or rent, you have to disclose.
I don't think Washington's a disclosure state for haunted houses. But here's what I think. I think the landlord, because obviously he's not living in it, and it's a brand new house. So why would you buy a house and not live in it? But he wasn't living in the home, and it was haunted, maybe, but what are you going to do with it? You just bought it. his wife is maybe not feeling easy about raising their kids in the home after seeing something. And he just said, well, let me just put it on the market and see if I can rent it. And if this thing dissipates or whatever, hopefully nobody will report something. And when the economy takes off again, I can unload it. And that's what he did. He unloaded it quickly. The house sold in less than 2 months once I moved out. I moved out in May. Another family was already moving in July.
I'm just wondering.
Same year.
I wonder now, he sold it or did he rent it?
He sold it. He sold it this time.
No, he flipped it. So I'm just kind of curious. The people who bought the house, have you ever thought, has any of the news media or anybody gone back and asked if they have any strange things going on?
No, but a friend of mine who lives a few houses down called me maybe 2 months after they moved in and said he noticed that they replaced the front door with a blue door. The door is now blue. And he thought that was weird. And I thought that was weird. I've never seen a blue door. This family's from India, just like the homeowner. The homeowner was from India. They're an Indian family. And so I Googled it up, and I Googled blue home. What does that mean or symbolize? And it means you keeping evil spirits out. It means you're keeping spirits at bay. I have not gone back to the home. I have not talked to the current owners. I do know it by other people that they are aware of the activity taking place in the house prior to them moving in.
I would think now that since it's been on TV and it's been publicized, I would think now that your landlord probably used that because some people love to buy a haunted house or live in it. They use that as a selling prop nowadays. It's not like it used to be. I wonder if he did that, and
Yeah, I mean, there are people who travel all over the world we had offers from people to, can we pay to sleep in this hallway? Can we sleep in a room where the Bible's caught fire? Of course, I said no. But you're right. I think the family that moves in now were advised by the paranormal teams because when the paranormal teams left in April of 2016, the activity had pretty much gone docile. And one of the recommendations given to my landlord, the homeowner, that he passed on to the current tenants is there may or may not be low-level activity for the duration of your living in the home. These things come and go. They can go dormant. They can escalate. The best thing you can do is try to ignore these subtlety phenomena that take place. The thing that I did, because I'm just wired that way, and my going after some of the phenomena did elevate the phenomena because it became a challenge or a duality because I know when I leave my room to go get a glass of water and I come back, my office light is off. I know I didn't turn it off. The first 3 times I'm going to say the bulb is faulty or the light switch is faulty, but the 5th time I'm going to put a camera in my hallway to watch my room to see what's going on the minute I turn my back. And spirits love that. These spirits did. Once you start bringing cameras in to watch over your shoulder, to watch rooms when you're not in them, that's when we started noticing the activity going up because you start having your cameras manipulated. You would come back, your camera's unplugged or upside down or outright missing.
Did you ever actually see any apparitions yourself or your girlfriend?
Yeah, the gray lady and the white lady.
Right.
The first apparition I saw was the gray lady. That was July or August of 2012. That's the one where I'm in my room just typing away on my keyboard, and the light goes off, and I hear a click. And something has switched the light off with the switch, and I turn toward the direction of the light switch, which is the doorway. And, yeah, the gray lady is standing right there. She's looking dead at me. I'm looking dead at her. And she takes off running. She darts around the hallway. I give chase thinking in my brain this has got to be Tina, even though it don't look nothing like her. And she's gone. The gray lady is gone. And I will see her as a gray lady about 2 or 3 more times. But I only saw her as the white lady. I mean, she's pure white. She's not invisible or translucent or transparent. Both times are all solid. They're solid gray and they're solid white. They have depth. They have density. When they walk through the hallway, they make noise. It's not like they're not floating like you see in Hollywood, a lady in the dress floating or hovering. No, this lady turned off a light. She took off running. You can hear the pitter-patter with her. Same thing with the white lady. The reason I knew the white lady was even coming by my door is I heard the rustling noise prior to her getting to my door. I was in my office, and Tina was not even inside the home. And I hear all this noise coming from the hallway.
The mediums that you had come in, they never conveyed or told you what the spirits wanted, or was there any messages from them or anything like that?
Nothing concrete. Nothing to the point of, why y'all here? What do y'all want? Can we all just get along? It really depended which spirit they were able to connect with. Some of the spirits just admitted to just being lost, but a majority of them just said, and I'm paraphrasing, we're here, there's nothing you can do about it. We're just here. Get over it. That's the mentality of their response. Dawn, and this is on EVP. You guys got to go to AmericanSupernatural.com and watch Dawn and Steve's hour-and-a-half documentary, because there's an EVP with Dawn, and he asked the spirits, he's like, did you guys, because I had a bad fall in the home where I tore my right patella tendon, and they asked the spirits, he's talking to it through his voice recorder, and he says, did you guys push Keith down the stairs? And the spirit's like, we pushed him down the stairs. They use the term we, going back to more spirits. They said, yeah, we pushed Keith downstairs. They use my name in their answer. We pushed Keith down the stairs. He asked another question of, do you guys, what's your intentions? Do you intend to keep on harming Keith-Linder for the duration of his living in the home? And can you confirm it? Can you confirm that you have no more ill intentions? And the voice shoots back, we confirm. And these are clear as day, like I'm talking to you, the responses that are picking up on his voice recorder. And there are others. So, yeah, the spirits seem to be under the impression that we're just visitors. They've been here a while. And another EVP, the spirit said, we go through all the houses in this neighborhood. We're in every house in the neighborhood. Because they ask, are you in any other houses here? And the reply is always yes.
Now,
we're in all the houses here.
Now I want to jump in, James. Talking to him before the show, found out there was the Indian tribe in that area in Bothell, Washington. Going back probably turn of the century. I'm just wondering, if maybe that could be a burial ground, or I hate to say it, a lot of homes got built on burial grounds, and even Civil War graves and stuff like that, all, down south even.
Yeah.
And
that's why I was saying you got all that history. Land's been there forever. You got layer upon layer. 200 years ago, a house could have been 3 houses there, burned or tore down and rebuilt. You don't even know, because when you go back so far, there's no record of houses, really. When you go
record, the land was they began cultivating that land for suburban homes back in 1995. The house stayed vacant, meaning the land was just vacant land with trees, probably from about 1977 to 1995, when they broke the earth and started putting development through there. When you drive through the neighborhood, the homes I lived in were built in 2005. A block over, well, maybe 2 blocks over, are homes that were built in 1940, 1950. So there's a time period of leapage about the development in Bothell. But yeah, the area, Snohomish County, this region specifically, native everywhere. We found so much stuff that gave the rise to the possibility that some of these spirits are leftovers from Native American, either tribal land or burial. I mean, one of the walls